invest in the inventory software, then add on, integrate it to Xero. You want to see how your HR workflow affects your salary expense, invest in a HR software, a leave management system, then integrate it with Xero. So you add on from there, and with that, you can get a whole bird's eye view dashboard reporting of your business anytime, anywhere, even from your mobile phone. So these are ways that we know SMEs manage their finances from an accounting software provider standpoint. There are ways that I've shared: paper invoices, Excel, and this is actually very tedious if you want to generate your income statement and your balance sheet immediately. But with Xero, with the data being digitized, with just a matter of few clicks, like one or two clicks, you will be able to generate your financial data. And how is this relevant for SMEs? Well, there are many benefits. The last one I want to place extra emphasis on will be fast access to funding. To grow your business, you need capital. You can raise capital either by going to an investor for equity funding or going to the bank to secure a loan for debt funding. And these two means of funding, they will require your financial statements to be ready. Without the data being digital, chances are you will need to speak to your finance admin team, speak to them and ask them, give them a request, give them an instruction to generate the financial statement. And they will probably take their time to put everything together. Then after that, you have it ready. But with Xero, you're able to just matter of a few clicks, get it ready. We actually have a free trial, a 30 days free trial. You can go to our website, www.xero.com, and there's an apply for free trial button. Simply click on apply for free trial, and you can, and we have a demo company that's preloaded with fictitious data already. So this is where you can test it out and to see how you can generate financial statements just within a matter of a few clicks. So we spoke about digital payments, and these are ways that by adopting digital payments, SME get paid on time. I want to focus on invoice reminder. So this is how we go digital and how we look at leaping forward with the digital technology. Leaping forward will mean that you no longer need to call your customers and remind them to pay you, because we know that in Asia, a lot of customers are very 超宽. They do not pay on time. And how we mitigate this is, we call them, we speak to them nicely, maybe we give them a cash rebate for paying on time. But with using Xero and using technology, we're able to look at each invoice that you key in. And for any invoice that are overdue, we track them and we help the customers. We help our Xero customers send invoice reminders to their customers who have overdue invoices, and we in turn provide a dashboard to let our customers know that when their customers has viewed the data, when their customers has viewed this reminder, so whenever they call the customers, they will be able to have a conversation and say, hey, Mr. Lim, I see that you have viewed our invoice, but you have not paid us yet. Can you pay us on time or not? So this is how, by adopting digital technology, you can have more educated conversations with your customer, and you do not need to, have a very draining and painful process of reminding them to pay your invoices. This way, you get paid faster and better cash flow cycle. This is the Xero ecosystem. So this is where we have multiple connected apps with multiple data points. So if you want to get a payroll data or inventory data or even lending data, you can get all this data from all these different service provider. And as they integrate into Xero, their data will flow into Xero. And once you log in to manage your accounting and your finances, you will get all this data right at your fingertips. Some examples of our connected apps. So specific to the Malaysian market, Payroll Panda, Kakitagan, Telenox, as well as Stripe and PayPal. So yeah, last two slides. Then after that, we will leave the time for Q&A. With Xero in the cloud, you can unlock a range of features to innovate your business. Again, I wanted to highlight on access to funding, because we know that raising capital and getting faster access to funding can be the key to scaling and growing your business. So yeah, next steps. This is my email address, and if you have any questions specific to Xero and cloud accounting, yeah, feel free to write to me, and I'm happy to take this further. You can also try Xero for free, as mentioned earlier, www.xero.com, apply for a free trial. then you will have a 30 days free trial. You can test it with a demo company preloaded with fictitious data. And of course, for attendees who attend the SME Expo, Solutions Expo, we do have a special discount, and we will share more later after this session. So with that, I will set aside some time for Q&A now.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Wei Jie, for that insightful presentation about the cloud. All right. Let's see. We do have a few questions. We have one from Rosita Shuit. She actually asks, in your opinion, do you think we are ready to go digital? Technology support, infrastructure, etc. I think she means, do you think we as Malaysians are ready to go digital?
Well, I feel that the support is there, the infrastructure is there. In fact, there's a lot of government initiatives and grants out there, the MDEC grant, the SME digitalization grant. So all these grants are in place, efforts are in place, support are in place. But the most important part about going digital is the ecosystem and the mindset. So it is about how we view digitalization as a trend enabler rather than a disruptor for our comfort zone. So the mindset is important as well as the ecosystem. So if you go digital, but the suppliers around you and the customers around you are hesitant to engage you in this workflow, then it may not have the network effect. So for example, everybody is using Microsoft Word. So you can send a Microsoft Word document to your back then to your professor when you're in school, and now to your customers. So you can send a Word document and they can open it because they are also using Microsoft Word. There's this network effect. How to go digital is to encourage this internally. Then after that, externally also have that conversation with your customers and your suppliers to allow them to want to consider going digital. Definitely the technology support and the infrastructure is there, but more of the mindset.
All right. We have another question from Arif Irshad Mohammed Yusuf. He actually asks, what would you suggest for companies to transition to fully digital?
Well, that's a good question. Thank you very much for that. Well, I guess the first step is to take a step back to see if there's a need to go fully digital or not, and if there are some aspects that you still want to retain in an offline environment, and also what kind of industry you are in and what kind of business you are in. Because for some kind of business, you will still need offline in-person interaction. You can't have Zoom meetings with old school suppliers or old school customer. They prefer to engage face to face. So that's a part where we can't really go fully digital yet. So I think that the first key point is to look at the industry and look at the areas where we should consider going fully digital. Then once that is done, maximize the area to go fully digital, not fully digital. Then I would say the few key areas to tier and prioritize would be first payments, because cash flow will be the life part of the business, accounting data as well, so it allows you to make better business planning, inventory management. So the steps to transition is actually tiering them. Then after that, allocate the resource accordingly.
All right. We have another question from Haley Wong. She asked, what can SMEs do to balance saving costs and digitalization?
Oh, again, thanks, Haley. That's also a very good question. Actually, there's no balance involved, because by going digital, you actually save costs. So most people see going digital as cost incurring or expense incurring. But the shift in mindset should be such that going digital allows SME to save costs. I gave some examples earlier. So if you do not go digital and you do not have any other alternative ways to forecast your cash flow, and you have to deal with a quarter of cash flow deficit, that is incurring a lot of costs, and that is beyond dollars and cents. That is a huge cost to the business. So yeah, my answer to this question is going digitalization. Digitalization actually save costs. Then if you want to maximize your cost savings, then is to perhaps look at a different tiering again. So you tier the areas that you want to digitalize. Then after that, compare across different service provider, seek for a discount for some of them, because companies that provide digitalization, chances are they have a flexibility in terms of pricing. Get some discount, compare across pricing, and that is perhaps one way that you can maximize your cost savings.
Okay, we have actually quite a lot of questions this
Oh.
session. One from Shahrin Azlan. He actually asks, "Hi, how safe is the cloud, especially in involving transactions?" This comes right on the heels of Kaspersky and security, the previous one. So, all right.
I guess companies are out there. It's actually in their best organizational interest to ensure the safety and the security of their cloud, because that is the lifeblood of their business. If their security is compromised, then they have to close shop, and it's not good for business. So you can be rest assured that companies will do everything with their means to maximize security and making the cloud safe. But competency is a different issue altogether. So different companies have different scale. Different companies have different resources they can dedicate to ensuring security and safety in the cloud. I can't say for the rest of other companies, but specific to Xero, we are a listed company. We have to have a security requirements audit check. So how we as a company ensure safety in the cloud, as an example, is that we go for ISO certifications, we publish our security white papers, we freely disseminate our ISO certifications to our customers. We back up multiple copies of the data for customers. And for us, we try to emphasize our track record, meaning for the past decade that we have been in the business, there's no single case of security breaches. So I guess as a consumer, as an SME, what you can do when you evaluate different cloud service provider in terms of safety is to ask them for their track record, ask them for their security white papers, and ask them for their any ISO certifications, if any, and ask them if they have any recent security audits.
Okay, and we have one from Shawnee Tay. He's asking, "Are you offering any grants to go digital at the moment?" I will put in this as grants or promotions.
Well, for us, yes. So we and specific to attendees to this very special SME Solution Expo event, we do have a 50% discount for the first 4 months if you would like to consider using Xero as your accounting software.
Okay, right. I think that's all the questions that we have for this session. So thank you very much, Wei Jie, for that very insightful presentation. And thank you everyone for watching. Like Wei Jie said, there are many special offers from Xero available at the virtual exhibition booth. And also check out our other exhibitors who also have a very special offers for attendees to this week's SME Solution Expo. All right, so thank you very much, Wei Jie, and
Yep.
we will see you in another time.
Thanks, Xiang Hong, for being such a wonderful host
Great.
and for facilitating this session seamlessly. And for attendees who want to find out more, my email address is listed at the bottom left, weijie.ontiao@xero.com. So feel free to write to me or visit our booth as shared by Xiang Hong. Thank you very much once again to SME Solutions Expo for such a wonderful event organized amidst this very new and unique